Today we are here with Marianne, aka Mom. We couldn't do a video without featuring her, as she's been a role model, a mentor, and an inspiration for all of us here at Chloe Johnson. We hope you enjoyed this video with her. Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. We're thrilled to be here today for International Women's Day with Marianne Harlack, also known as Mom. So Mom, why don't you give everyone a little introduction of you and how you started your company?
Okay. I started off as an occupational therapist working with babies with feeding problems, and had what at the time seemed like a circuitous route through a number of different jobs, still in the same field of occupational therapy, that at one point where it felt like I was being punished for being innovative, where I was kind of banished to an outpost area where there were very few people and not sure what I was supposed to be doing there, I ended up starting a head injury program that led me into the insurance world, which is where I am today.
Great. So you kind of just answered my first question already, but how did you get to where you are today?
Through that route that I just described, starting off as an occupational therapist, feeling like I wanted to do something more, something different, and again, what appeared to be a circuitous route at the time, looking back now, was pretty much a straight path to where I am now.
Did you face any obstacles to get where you are today? And if so, how did that help you grow?
Did I face obstacles? I probably did. I'm not sure that I always saw them as obstacles. I think that anybody is going to face obstacles, whether you're a woman, a man, anyone starting a business, anyone in business. Do I think women face different obstacles? Yes. I sometimes feel like I was perceived as weaker, less able, and sometimes my response to that was probably totally inappropriate.
Shocking.
And I'm sure that it helped me in many ways. I'm sure it also hindered me. But one thing I learned was that if you learn from your mistakes and always look to the future, you'll be fine.
True. And she tells me this every day. Do you have any advice for young women and girls, wanting to start a business or who are just trying to figure out what they want to do?
Two different questions. Young girls wanting to start a business, I would say make sure that's really what you want to do. Are you suited to run your own business? Because some people are, some people aren't. And there's no right or wrong answer. No matter whether you're starting your own business or you're working for somebody else, I would say trust your gut, take risks, and try not to have any regrets because they hold you back.
Very true. What do you think it's like to be a woman in 2018 in business?
As opposed to
when you started the company
back in the BC days?
Yes.
What's it like now? In some ways it's more exciting. In other ways, I think it's an unusual time because I feel like with the Me Too movement, which has brought a lot of light to struggles of women, obstacles we faced, I think it's also helped swing the pendulum a little bit too much the other way, where I think men are not sure what to say, what not to say, and I think there's a dance you have to go through. I guess it's just a different dance than we went through before. And I'm hoping that the whole thing shakes out more in the middle sooner rather than later.
If you could be anyone in the world, who would you be?
Oh, God. I would be somebody different every day for a while. Then I'd go back to being me. I would like to be the president for a day.
Of the U.S.?
Yes, I'd like to be, I would like to be the king of a country for a day.
She used to say you wanted to be the queen.
The Queen of Scotland. I wanted to be the Queen of Scotland when I was a child. Not sure that it had anything to do with Scotland, power,
Because you're not Scottish.
queenly duties. It had to do with Scottish Terriers and kilts. Why this was important to me, I have no idea. Who else would I like to be for a day? I'd like to be back in Roman times, where I could see why the Roman Empire fell. I'd like to meet Jesus Christ. There are a lot of things I'd like to do. Why did you ask me this question?
Okay, we'll go to the next one. I already know what you're going to say to this. What is your #1 bucket list destination?
You know where I want to go?
I know what you're going to say.
You do?
Yeah.
Because I don't. Where would I like to go next? I would like to go to Vietnam and Thailand next. That's not the only places I'd like to go, but that's where I'd like to go next.
Okay, you kind of touched on this in the beginning, but how did you start your business and what do you think made it a success?
Well, the business started out of necessity after an acquisition of the prior company. Looking back on it, the biggest issue was bad communication with the new owner. And I learned a lot from the mistakes that he made and the mistakes that we all made as a result of the ones that he made. But again, this business started out of necessity because that acquisition went so badly south that there was nothing else to do but leave. And this was a natural next step, despite all of the issues that sprouted from that next step for the next few years.
What have you learned while owning a business?
I've learned to listen more. I've learned that you need to surround yourself with the right people. You need to surround yourself with a mix of people. If you surround yourself with all risk takers, you're not going to get where you want to go. If you surround yourself with people who need to be safe and are afraid of change, you're going to face different problems. I think the biggest thing I've learned is to listen and to trust my gut. When I feel like I should do something, there have been so many times in the past 20 years where I didn't. And even though I said you should have no regrets, I do regret that I didn't make those changes sooner and faster.
Okay. Have you always been interested in your field? And if not, what kind of took you to what you're doing now?
Was I always interested in this field? No. I think it was a natural... The biggest thing that led me into this field was when I, again, was banished to this outpost area and I started working with people who had head injuries. I asked myself a very simple question: who pays for all of this? And that led me to this business. And it's interesting because many times when I see something in the paper, on the internet, on television, somewhere, and I say, gee, that's interesting, I wonder who pays for this, it leads me to a new idea.
Cool. We are going to jump into the lightning round. So,
wow, this is the interview? Wow, okay.
What, you want more?
I don't know. I just thought you just told me that the last person you talked with was very much longer.
You want more questions?
Sure. No. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, so now we're going to jump to the lightning round. We're going to give you a this or that, and you have to answer the first thing that comes to your head. We made these very fun, and some of them you might hit me.
Uh-oh.
Okay, #1. Chloe or Nick? Nick's my brother.
Depends on the day. Yes, this is true. When she's in a good mood and fun, absolutely Chloe. When Nick has that certain little giggle that he gets, definitely Nick.
Rude. Paco or Misha? These are her animals. And Paco's sitting right there.
Yes. I guess I'm going to have to say Paco just because he's he can't survive on his own. Misha could.
Okay, ready? Wedding cake or pommiers?
Wedding cake.
Whoa.
Hands down, wedding cake.
Paris or turkey?
Paris. Today.
Nicolas Cage or Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen?
Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Okay, that does it for the lightning round. Thank you, as always, for doing this, and we hope you enjoyed.